Hello, my name is Armani Hall, and this is my project two. It is a simple sort of web app built with Ruby on Rails and a couple of other fun gems. But for my project two, it's called The Color of. It is a page where you can answer questions, respond to questions with color choices. So I came to this as for second project. I wanted to do something a little bit outside of my comfort zone. So something a little bit more than just the sort of text we kind of learned about in class. Um, Uploaded images. I want to do something that was visual and that involved techniques that I was unfamiliar with. So that's kind of how we got there. Plus, it was just something kind of silly, and I like things that are frivolous because that's just who I am. So it's here we go. The color of this is the page you see in front of you. It's pretty straightforward. If you click on the link to what is the color of the question they asked you, you can see a list of different questions, and there's a little box there where color is chosen and is displayed, and you can create your own new questions. You can answer questions that have already been posted on there as well. So yeah, you can look at whatever you want without having to log in, but in order to actually do something, you need to log in to kind of change something or evaluate something. So you're asking me for login. So I think I have a couple logins already ready, so I'm going to sign into one of those and then kind of keep things moving along. And so here I picked the first question. So now that I am logged in, I can actually do something with it. So it was asking me how I'm feeling, and it's feeling kind of black, which is kind of morose. So I'm changing to red, feeling fiery and morning. Red for Red Bull. Woo! So I'll click that, and it lets you know there, hey, there's your question at the top, and there's your color red. Sorry for the styling. It's just not really great at styling, usually, but that's how you go. So you can see one kind of quirky things it does is it moves the question down to the bottom. You can see I re-answered that question there. How are you feeling? I am red, and of course I can always just delete that if I didn't want to see that anymore. I am feeling anti-chromatic. So away with you, their question. So that's a pretty straightforward there. So let's dive into the code, as the kids say. So I guess a couple of things for my code. Uh, Pretty straightforward. I set up a table, and you can see in there there's a couple of fun things. One of the things I did was I did use the link to the question body in order to make the questions themselves clickable, so you can go to them without having to go through a separate method, which makes things a little faster, a little easier to do. All of that pretty straightforward things, and I did a couple of render forms there, keep things light. And as you can see here, there's just the basic structure for my form template. I did use a gem simple form in order to add the color wheel that you saw me use, the color, yeah, the color wheel, I guess, that you saw me use earlier. So you didn't just have to type out the hex code. You can actually click on something which was interesting for me because I had never used that before, and there was a bunch of different options. Most of them were super JavaScript heavy, and I was like not going to do that. So, but I did find a really awesome, neat gem which is very JavaScript light that allows me to do that. So that's what I went with. So there's this, you can see the simple form here. It's kind of set at the top, and I just scroll down to the bottom. And for my input, I just had to add literally two things, as and mini colors, and there we go, easy peasy. Can't beat that. So I'm really happy with that. I am less happy with my edit because my edit just creates a new line as opposed to just editing um, and kind of refreshing. So every time I edit something, it creates a new line, which is annoying. So something I'm still working on. So there's something that I guess is negative. But that is most of my website. I'm sure there probably aren't many questions. But that's it. So yeah, what color is? So yeah, you can reach me at armanihall at gmail.com. That's ARMANIHALL at gmail.com, the email service made popular by Google. And enjoy. All right.